Welcome to Bodyweight Strength Training for Everyday Endurance Athletes. This whole course is meant to be something that you can do at home to build strength and mobility from your own home without any weights or extra things that you can use if you have them. So we're going to start simply by doing a squat warm-up. Just coming down into a squat, using your arms in different ways, kind of just all we're trying to do is just get moving a little bit. I'm changing my foot positions. I'm maybe doing a little bit with my arms when I come out. I'm just doing some different things, just whatever pops in my head to get the whole system moving. Since we're not doing a lot of intense work, the warm-up doesn't need to be huge. First exercise is a sumo squat. So get your feet fairly wide, bring your heels in. This is like doing a goddess pose in yoga. And we're gonna sink down. Bring your hands up and then come back up. Inhale down and exhale up. So some ways you can vary this: come down really slowly, come up quickly. You can come down and you can hold this. Next, push-ups. It's a great exercise to build upper body strength, to build core strength, and to develop arm and shoulder strength as well, to hold on to a bike or to maintain upper body strength. So you can go a little bit wider for more chest development. So simply coming down, trying to keep your torso straight. You can also be on your knees. Try to come down as far as you can, bringing your collarbones to the mat. Cobras to down dogs. I love these because they're challenging. And I'm going to show you an option for the modification for doing this on your knees. So the first, come into a downward dog, hands at the top of the mat, feet at the bottom of the mat, but you may be bringing your feet in a little bit more, and you'll figure this out as you get into a cobra. From here, roll forward into a plank, drop your knees, extend your feet so that the tops of your feet are on the mat, and roll yourself forward so your shoulder blades are coming back. Okay? Then curl your toes under, bring yourself in, back into a downward dog. Come into a plank, roll your knees down, and roll up. All right, so if coming into a plank is too much, you can push back into a child's pose, roll forward into a cobra. That is another option for you. Or bear crawls are great for mobility overall. So the first step is to kind of sit back so that your toes are curled and your butt's coming back towards your heels. Have your hands in front of you. So beast or bear, we're just going to be in this kind of a pose, and then move one foot and one hand opposite, and then opposite, and then opposite, and then come backwards, opposite, 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 and then try going sideways. Opposite, 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 opposite. So this next one, if you have an exercise ball or a bench, you can use that, or you can just use the floor. It's called the YTW, or as my friend Amanda likes to call it, the yellow turtle's wave. It's a Y and a T. So you'll start kind of in a locust pose or a superhero pose on your belly. Extend your arms into a Y. Inhale, exhale into a T. Inhale, and come into a W. So the T is your arms are straight out from the side. You're bringing your shoulders together. The W, your hands are at your shoulders, your elbows are down, and you're trying to bring your elbows and hands together on top of you, like you're squeezing your shoulder blades. Then inhale, exhale into a Y. Inhale, exhale into a T. Inhale, exhale into a W. All right, so you're going to get a lot of work in your back and your shoulders, and that is the plan. Next, elbow plank to a side plank, and I'll show you some modifications along the way. Elbow plank, elbows underneath your shoulders. Roll your hips up into a plank. Your knees are a little bit bent and your hips are up a little bit. Hold this for a breath or two, then roll sideways into a side plank. My front foot is forward, my back foot is back. I'm going to roll back down and then roll to the other side. Now my top foot is forward and my back foot is back. All right, some options: knees and knee. Another option is coming into a full plank and coming into a side plank and dropping your knee as well. My feet are making funny noises. Okay. Last core move of the day is a hollow hold. Knees will be up for now. The hollow is the small of your back. And what you're going to be doing, and I'm going to leave my hands here so you can see what my hips do. I'm going to be pushing basically my belly button into my spine and then rolling so the hollow of my back comes into the mat. So my hips are going to rotate up and back. So it's going to be like this, and I'm going to press as hard as I can. So stage one is simply rolling and pressing as hard as you can. It's like my hips are even off the mat a little bit. All right. Then, once you've got that figured out and it's easy enough, lift up your feet and now roll. And that just becomes a little bit harder. And then once you've got that mastered, then you can extend your arms and extend your feet however you can, and then roll again back into it. The goal is to hold it and squeeze for 8 to 12 seconds as hard as you can. And it gets really hard. All right, thanks. We'll see you next session.